Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me all right. Let me make sure. Yes, I think you can. Let me make sure everyone's here. Guys, I've had some serious technical issues. My computer has died on me, it appears. None of my headsets are working, so I cannot hear anyone. So it's going to be by text. If you guys can type into the chat that you can hear me all right, I'm going to be watching and making sure everyone can see my questions. Let me get someone on the phone here. My phone is dead as well. So, okay. Skype, if you're Skyping me, guys, it doesn't work because my headset doesn't work. So your Skype is, sorry about that. You can see me. Okay, you can hear me. Great. Let me try and get some of my regular way here. Awesome. Okay. Great. Sorry about that, guys. Not sure what happened to. I have 5 headsets and none of them will work on this computer. I think my sound card might have went out. So, and I got all kinds of people. Thank you, thank you. We can hear you. Awesome. Okay. Got a lot to cover. As you know, there have been some changes in leafit I told you about recently. Gave some of you some heads up. None of those are exactly true. So let's get right into the PowerPoint and go where we have here. Here we go. PowerPoint. Slideshow from the beginning. And switch sides here, duplicates, swap it out. Here we go. Okay, these changes are going to take place August 2nd. Excuse my typing here. I was in the process of working on this when my computer, I noticed Builder's Package change is coming. The Builder's Package is going to be $49 a month. This is going to go up for everyone in the business that's in leafit. $49 a month starting August 2nd, unless you have prepaid. I know a lot of folks out there have already prepaid. Some people have paid 6 months in advance, a year in advance, 3 months in advance, whatever the case may be. That is going up. Those are the only people who will not be affected until their prepayment time period have expired. Now, I know a couple people have already asked me, can I go out there and prepay today, this week? That's a good question. I believe you can, because the system allows you to pay in $40 for now, 2, 3, 4 months. So you can do that if you want to save some money. Go into your back office and prepay for a couple months if you like to. That's totally up to you. Save you some dollars. So I'll save you, 20%, I guess, or whatever the percentage is there. So that's the first thing coming into effect. Now, I know a lot of people are going to ask, what about those $19.95 folks? Well, the company did a complete audit, from my understanding, of everybody in the system. There are 75 people still paying the $19.95. Those 75 people are going to have to make a decision on what they want to do. At $19.95, they're not getting anything. They weren't qualified for the matrix. leafit is about to explode here. They have had doubling and tripling of their signups of people coming in. I know a lot of people in our team have seen some extensive growth. So it's time for leafit to come out and come of age. And so it's going to be $49.95. So everyone's going to have to make a decision if they want that. Personally, Last week, Leafit was featured. They were in which is called, I can't think of the show. I'm sorry. I've been up all night working on our team site, literally 17 hours straight, and I'm a little zombie. I feel like The Walking Dead. But anyway, Terry Bradshaw, which is a Hall of Famer, NFL, for those in across the pond, it's football. A big star, it was a big star in NFL, a very famous player. He's hosting this technology show, and they're featuring, they contacted Leafit. They were in the office. Guys, I can't answer Skype when you're calling me. I don't have a headset. Sorry. Okay, let's see what everyone is Skyping me about. We have no pictures. Okay. Don't know what happened. I'm showing pictures. So let's try this again. Let's get rid of that. Okay, give me a moment, guys. I'm going to go get another device. Sorry, guys. We're going to have to go with what we have. So, that. Let me try this. I know everyone can see this. I'm hoping. Now I got to re-swap them. And here we go. Okay. Builder's package, as I was saying, is going to change. Take notes if you can't see the slide. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have no communications with anyone, so I don't know if you're seeing them or not. Let me just make sure you can see this all right. But I can't see the chat, so when I'm doing this. Hey, Mike D, if you still can't see that sometime, try calling me on there. So that's the first change, is the builder's package is going to change for $49 a month. They're coming up with what they are calling Get Money. Get Money is basically a registration, your first month sign up. It's going to be $149. Now, some people are going to give you some blowback on this, but there has been a wide known in the industry and people who were looking at this months ago that $40 a month just did not produce a lot of money for people to incentivize them for them to go out and work the program. Let's say you went out and shared Leafit with 20 people. 20 people you got to join this month. That's a lot more than probably anyone on this call has done. 20 people. So you went out and sponsored 20 people this month. You would get $40 from the Matrix, which is not very exciting, to be honest. So what they have came up with is what's called Get Money. You go out and get someone, you're going to be rewarded up front with it. It's going to be paid weekly. It's $149 for someone to get on board. And when you think about it, that's not a lot of money for someone to come on board who's going to get paid 9 levels. I seriously believe the real money a year from now, 2 years from now, this is not immediate, but the real money is in the 9 levels of friends. The early people, us, here for the next year, 2 years, when you bring somebody in there, if they go out and share this with people, they can easily have 200, 300, 400, 700,000 people, if they work it, in their buying association, in their social network of buyers, and that could generate tremendous amount of money with the IT app. So coming in for $149 makes sense. What happened with that $149? The person who brought them in gets $50. For example, I talked to Nancy, who I sponsored. Under this scenario, I would get $50. The person who sponsored me, Billy Moreland, would get $10. The person who sponsored Billy would get $5, and so forth. Let me use a different scenario. I know Anna Burton was sponsored by Lee Oakey. Okay? Lee Oakey sponsors Anna Burton. Lee Oakey gets $50. Vincent Israel, who sponsored Lee, would get $5. I sponsored Vincent, I would get $3. Billy would get $3, and so forth. This goes down 9 levels. If you think about it, this is almost like an independent matrix. It's not a 3x9. It's not a 3x9. It's totally separate. But this is a separate type of revenue stream that goes down 9 levels. It's called a unilevel. A unilevel. What a unilevel is, it's unlimited first level. It goes as wide as you want. In a 3x9 matrix, if you sponsored 5 people, your first level would get 3 people if you didn't have any spill, and then they would go down to the second level. And pretty soon, over the course of years, matrices would fill up, and the incentive for people to share this would disappear because they would be outside your 9 levels. I already have people on my team on my 15th, 16th, and 17th level. I don't get paid for them. I understand that. I still help people, but there is no money that I get paid on those outside of 9 levels. With a unilevel, it's 1 level. So if I go out and sponsor 20 people over the next 6 months, or if I sponsor 10 people a month in a year, I would have 120 people on my unilevel or my first level of my unilevel. Now what that does for you is opens up a huge revenue stream because of the get money. If I have 100 people who I've sponsored over a year, maybe each one of them is sponsoring 2 or 3 a month. We'll just say on average. Some are going to sponsor more, some are going to sponsor less. The nature of the beast. So, but if I have 100 averaging 3 people, that's 30 people times $10 is $300. But over the course of the years, those people have also sponsored people who sponsored people who sponsored people who sponsored people. So you can see a substantial amount of money coming in from the unilevel. But in addition to that, now here's something that's going to take a little bit to get your head wrapped around, but they're coming out with another stream of revenue based on the matrix. First of all, some matrix changes, guys. You need to pay attention to this very, very closely. First, get 1 person, get you leveled for 3 in your matrix. It's changing on what gets you qualified for the matrix. 1 person gets you qualified for your first 3 levels. 1 person, first 3 levels. 3 people get you qualified for your first 6 levels. 5 is the magic number. A nickel or 5 people get you qualified for all 9 levels. And now why again is that this is the way it used to be when leafit first started out, and they changed it and they went full circle and coming back. Now 5 is a magic number, and I'll share with you in a minute why that is. A couple of other small changes that are kind of noteworthy here in the matrix. If everyone recalls, your first level used to pay you $5. Now it's going to pay you $2. But your second level, which actually has 9 people in it, used to pay you $2, is now going to pay you $5. And the reason behind that is very, very simple. Under the old way, where it was $5 first level, $2 second level, if you got everyone on your first level, you would earn $15. Then your second level, which holds 9 people, would give you an additional $18 for a grand total of $33. Well, if you're paying $40 a month and you got your first and second level filled, either by spill, yourself, whatever's happened, you're still honestly in negative cash flow, and that sucks. You know, oh my God, what do I have to do to get positive? Well, now with this slight little change from the first level, which is 3 people giving you $6, but now on the second level, 9 people at $5 a piece is $45. Now you're at positive cash flow. Your monthly builder's package is paid for, and you have a couple bucks left over. So it's a huge thing for those people because there is a lot of spill coming. And for people building it, that's important to be in positive cash flow as quick as possible. Really, all you have to do is recruit 1 person a month or share with leafit 1 person a month, and you're in positive cash flow because of the get money. Okay? So that's important to note. Some people, the problem is a lot of people have gotten 3 people under the old system and completely stopped recruiting, completely stopped sharing leafit with anybody. And that has hurt the company, that has hurt everybody. They've went lazy. They've gotten lazy. They said they've got in their brother, their friend, their cousin, or whatever the case may be, and stop. And now you need 5 to get you 9. But another huge change, and this is huge, guys, is called a matching check bonus. Now, this is going to be based on a new rank system. Excuse my typos here. I was just writing this up. Based on your new rank system, they're going to be I'm not sure on the rank titles. I know that associate is the entry point, obviously, and senior executive is the top one. And the rank is going to be based on what's called your personal volume. Personal volume is real simple. For example, let's say I have 10 people who are active that I've sponsored in the matrix. Well, 10 times 49 is real simple. I have a volume of $490, or I'm generating for leafit $490 a month. So my volume, my rank will be based on that volume. From my understanding, I might be wrong here on this one, guys. I'm sorry. I went back and I still couldn't find it. Either I believe it's 5 people gets you qualified for the matching check bonus. Just 5, guys. With the leaf coming out, the app is actually being submitted to the iTunes store, which is a public download system for those who don't have iPhones. The app is being submitted this week. It will be in the public domain. Usually takes Apple or iTunes a couple of weeks, give or take a few days. But they're submitting it this week. So it's coming out. Today is, I'm not really sure what day it is, 13th, 12th. So by the end of the month, it will be out in the public. Lawrence last week held a radio talk show. He was invited on a radio talk show, an NBC radio talk show, which is a large station in the area. That day they had 75 people spiked just because of the talk show, just that one day. So with the other talk radio shows coming, they were featured in a magazine, and of course the TV show coming. It's picking up tremendous amount of steam. So the matching check bonus, this is going to be based on getting everybody wants to get 5. Now what happens? I'll use kind of my scenario here. I'm guesstimating at this because I don't know what people are doing. I sponsored Nancy. Let's say Nancy is getting a check matrix of $300. Because right now we're growing $300. Based on my rank level, which I'll say is the entry point, 5%, I would make $15 from Nancy. Now, as Nancy's matrix grows, let's say in a few months Nancy is making $1,000. If I haven't increased my rank any, I'm still at the entry point, I would make $15 additional. But if I move up and to become a senior executive, which is 20 people total, that's the max, you can max out at 10%. You max out at 10%. Now I'm making $100. Where it gets really exciting, folks, is for those people, when you look at it over the next 4, 5, 6 months, it is going to be very easy for those working it to bring people in. If you go out there, they're coming out with sales funnels. We are going to hope. I see some people doing videos now. When you think about a network show being featured on TV, usually it's about them going to jail, being shut down, being a Ponzi scheme. Every network company that's ever, or home business opportunity, we are getting legitimized, if you will, by these radio and TV shows. So talking to someone, using that as leverage, and saying, hey, we were featured on national television, the app, we're real. It's a social network. So bringing people in is going to be a whole lot easier if you work it. So if you, over a course of 6 months, let's say you sponsor 25 people. Now, those people are going to start earning matrix. Let's say each one of them is making $1,000 after a year. Well, based on your level, you're going to be getting somewhere between $50 and $100 each one of them. Each one of them. So you can see now, besides the matrix filling up, which now has a maximum benefit of $120,000 a month, the matching check bonuses and the unilevel basically means your income is unlimited. There is no cap. It's totally open in the air on how much you can make. They are talking about it, and I'm sure they're going to do it. I don't know how. Once you reach a certain volume, you're actually going to get an additional spot in the matrix that you can put yourself. In other words, if your matrix starts to fill up, like mine, for example, I have people outside of my 9th level. When I reach a certain point, a certain volume, a certain amount of people, I will get a spot that I can insert and create a brand new starting point. So my matrix, which could be capped at 120,000, and no one ever caps it fully, to be honest, because you have holes, you have people just don't work some legs. So, but you do grow it. So now I'll be able to continue building the matrix. And with the app coming out, folks, there are people in the early days, and we are all here in the early days. Let there be no doubt about it. This is the early days. This is when Microsoft was being formed, and everyone heard about Windows 95. What is that? How many of you guys remember using Windows 95? I remember that was just like the microwave coming out. There was people in line in stores waiting to get this Windows 95, because at the time Windows 3.1, but 95 changed everything for Microsoft. It just exploded Microsoft onto the computer operating scene, folks, and millionaires were made. So, and we have that potential now. We have that potential now. There are some other changes coming, but they're minor with some compression and so forth. But here's the deal. We have till August 2nd. Let me go back to my visual here. I hope you guys saw all this. And I wasn't talking to myself. That would really suck. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Guys, here's the deal. We have, it's the 13th. I'm looking at the screen. We have 2.5 weeks to go out there and do 2 things. Folks who are inactive, they need to be aware of what's coming. People who are on the fence, thinking about coming in, they have 2.5 weeks, because if they wait 3 weeks, they're going to have to pay $149. Maybe you had a family member, a friend who said, yeah, you know what, I'm going to wait till the app comes out, then I'm going to join, I promise. Well, guys, they can pay $40 this week or $149 next in 3 weeks. It makes, well, again, I don't need a calculator to figure out which is the best way. So you need to get out there and start talking to people, start getting a hold of your downlines. Now, I don't know if anyone on this call is from the U.S., but we have, I looked at the team stats last night, I have 755 people in my 3x9 matrix. I actually have 954 people in my team. So there's 250 people outside of my matrix. Altogether, our group have brought in 954 paid people. Some of them are not paying right now. Some of them are. But right now, there's 256 people on our email list. Why people are not putting in their frontline people into that so we can contact them, it's mind-boggling. I posted something in the Facebook group. There are about 10 people, 12 people in the U.S. on our email list. At one time, our group had twice as many active U.S. players or active U.S. members. Now, guys in the U.S., I posted a little obituary thing. No, you guys, all you have to do is put the person's first name and email address. It's a no-brainer. It's simple. Let the emails are going out. About 25% of them are opening them. That lets your downline know what's happening. You don't have to do what you should be doing. You should be contacting them every week. You should be emailing, Skyping them. And I know many of you haven't. Why? Because the whole U.S. side is dead. So, communication. We have complained in the past, rightfully so, that leafit is not communicating with us. Well, some of us are not communicating with our downline. Shame on you. Shame on you. So use the newsletter. Use that as a tool. It works. Got a lot of positive comments. All you have to do is go to it. Don't put in more than 10 people a day. First name and email address. You can get this from your back office. Okay, let's see if we got some DOS. Yes, DOS is dead. That's what I tell people. Let's see what we got here. Questions. Yeah, okay, good point. Here comes some, I don't know if I can get my heart in the middle. Ugh, stabbing the heart stuff. $40 on your videos. Guys, you're going to have to come down. Hopefully you just said, got them in. I did a lot of them come in. I said find a way you can make more money. But if you're using dollar amounts for $40, they are going to have to come down by August 2nd. So be advised of that. Great point. XP, yes, the Millennium. Okay. Enterprise Show. Thank you, Lynn. Yes, Enterprise Show is the show with Terry Bradshaw that's going to be featured this fall, folks. I'm telling you, even on a bad day, 300,000 people watch a show like that. This is just going to explode that week. This is just going to go to a whole new level that 1 week. So if you're not positioned out there for that, there is absolutely no reason people in our group right now cannot get 10, 15, 20 people that month that show comes out if you get out there and make some freaking videos. And for those of you that don't, well, you are literally have a money tree in your front yard and you're just going to let it rot on the tree. Okay, Enterprise TV, what about just adding a note on the video connect? No. A note, folks, I hate to tell you this, breaking news, people don't read notes. That looks a little bit tacky. It was $40, now it's $49. Can't you guys get your whoop together? Don't do that. Don't go lazy. You're going to hurt yourself if you do that. Do another video. It takes 3 minutes. Come on. Get it back ranked. I know that's a little challenge, but guys, just do it, okay? This is something that's going to be in a video around a long time. 2 years from now, you don't want someone seeing a note that it was $40. Is the show Enterprise available in Canada? If you get Fox TV, excuse me, my throat is super dry here. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to do something that you're not supposed to on air. I'm going to have to get a drink. If you get Fox TV stations in Canada, which I'm sure most around, depending on where you are in Canada and your cable provider, yes, you will be able to see that. It will be on Fox and Bloomberg TV. I don't get Bloomberg TV. My cable station doesn't cover that. It's one of the upper package, crazy packages. But Fox, obviously, I do. Most cable stations carry Fox TV, at least in the state. I know around the border of Canada they do. So, yes. Will any of the changes affect the elite founders' income? I don't know. They just don't talk about elite founders much anymore. They don't talk about prime founders much anymore. I would, in my, I'm guessing here. I'm just totally winging it, and I shouldn't even do that. But elite founders are supposed to get 10% of all sales. The get money is a sale. And Lawrence promised, along with Mike Green, along with Steve Hyman, that they would never, ever change that. They swore among their grave to their dying day that the elite founder bonus would never, ever be changed. We'll take that as what it is. So the $149 should go to the elite founders at 10%. Anyway, so will they show in England? I don't think Fox goes out to England. I don't know. What's that, Jabbar? Well, if they try to change the elite founders bonus, they're going to have a proverbial firestorm. Because they promised people that, and now that they're going to make money, if they try changing that, I hope every elite founder out there raises hell. Excuse the French, but they should, because Lawrence and all them promised it. Now that they actually got to a point of making money, they better not change that program. Okay, they are having a webinar Monday. Supposedly, they came out with a link. There's a link. Webinars on Monday, more visual. Obviously, I don't have any of their visuals. I'm not in their tune with them anymore. So I'm going to record it for those who can't make it. But we're going to have another webinar Wednesday. In case there's any slight changes, we will have a special webinar Wednesday in the afternoon at 3 p.m. for those who can make it. Guys, get a hold of your teams, get a hold of your downlines, your inactives. Please send them an email, Skype them, Facebook them, and yes, call. I know it's scary, picking up that telephone, putting down that TV remote, but call them. Power founders. Great question. You guys are supposed to get, I'm not a power founder, you're supposed to get 2% of the company profits. Things are looking good for them. I don't believe they can change that because they would have a legal open themselves up to a lawsuit. But unless they're going to try and pull something, and again, legally they can't. If they try it, they're going to get a firestorm. And they haven't talked about doing any of this. They have not talked about the elite founder bonus. They haven't talked about changing the power founders bonus. Guys, if you are one of those positions and they even think about it, I mean, even if there's a little twitter in the eye of them thinking about it, it's your income that they're messing with. And they're going to try and spin it. If anyone does something like that, they're going to try and spin it in the best possible light. That's when you need to step up and say, whoa, you promised us. No excuses, no reasons. This is a promise. You're going to stick to the commitment. That's all I'm going to say on that. I will say that, and I will take whatever legal action I need to take to remain that they keep the promise to those people. So the $149 does include the first month. The get money is part of the first month builders package. Absolutely, and that's going to be paid out weekly. Right, Jabbar is saying, he's not saying there's changes. And guys, I want to make sure everyone Everyone understands this. I have not heard of them changing anything. People are asking how is it going to affect it. Well, Lauren said 10% of all sales will go into the Elite Founders Pool. $149 is a sale unless they try pulling some, claiming that it's not, but it is. Without a doubt, it is. So $14 should go into the pool. And I'm sure they should do that. I'm not saying they're not going to. So let me make that clear. I'm not saying they're not doing this. But we as Elite Founders, those who have it, those as Power Founders, you need to hold people up to what they made a commitment to you. That was a legally binding contract.